Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. I made 3 kind of little blocks of clay. This is Igloo from Sculpey. This is Robin's Egg, and this is Royalty. Didn't use as much Royalty as the white and blue because I just want this in the center. So I'm gonna wash my hands really quick and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so we're back. Now, not sure I really know what I'm doing on this one. But I do know that it's only clay, didn't cost that much, so I'm not going to worry about how it turns out. If it turns out as bad as the other one, then hey, it's filler clay for something else. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these in 4. And no, they're never even, so if you're seeing how uneven they are as I'm cutting it through, know that I know, and it's okay. And I think this one, fine, I'll cut it in 4. May use that one for on the end or something. We'll see. Okay, so now we're just going to put them all together. So we've got our white like that, or the blue. And then we're going to take the white, but we're going to put it upside down like that. Okay. And then we'll put a purple. See, the purple's just a little bit smaller, but I think it'll all work out. Maybe not. That might end up being our end piece. We may only need 2 of those. So let's go back to what we were going to originally do. Okay, we got another blue, another white. This one's a little bigger. Another blue. Another white. It's basically, you know, we're just going to squish all this down anyways. Like that. Okay, so we're going to leave those purples out. Although I'd really like to have 2 purples in the middle of there, but okay. Okay, so now I'm just gonna stretch this out. And I'll go like 3 inches. One dog outside barking, the other one's laying here and decides to just bark for no reason. Okay, so we're going to do this now. This is probably going to be our final cut. I don't want them really blended. Okay, so this is going to be it. Let me get this a little out there. Everybody's out walking their dogs this time of night because it's finally cooled down. Okay, so we're just going to leave it just like that. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of make this into a round petal. So we're just going to squish in the sides like that. And then this will be pointy. So I'm going to stretch it like this. And we want 12 pieces. And I think we're only going to make the flower about 1 inch. Because I don't want the petals really small. What's up, Makita? Huh? Okay. So what we're going to do is just pull out this side just a little bit. And the same with this. Okay. So now we're just going to cut off an edge. Okay, so there's one. I have to stretch this out just a little more. Just a little more, and we're there. Okay, so we're going to do this 1 inch. Okay, so we're going to move all of this out of our way. I think the blue and the white would have probably been perfect and good enough, but so now what I want to do is I want to make this really thin and long while keeping the bottom nice and round. So we're going to do that little trick of using one of these bracelet cuff things, just like that. Okay, and that's going to give us a really nice long petal. Okay, so I'm going to do that to all 12 of these, so I'm going to hit pause and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so this is what we got. And I have a center of yellow and white that was left over from something else that I did, so I'm just going to use that. But I'm going to kind of put these together to see how big I need it. I think we might actually be okay. We want them about 1/3 the size of our flower. What we'll do is we're going to make that 1 inch, and then we're going to push this one down just in case I went too small. I kind of got to back up. Actually, I'm going to try this one first. Now the fun part of hooking all of these together. because of the way we cut it and got them long, you can see where it's curved. So just bring it out a little bit like that, just to make sure they're all even Steven. Okay, I might have to go that little smaller one because I have 12. We're not quite there. So, thank God I'm using souffle because it shouldn't stick like Primo. Although it is sticking a little bit. Go ahead and, let's see, we're at an inch. I want to go to 1.5. So this is always the tricky part. Knowing when to stop and knowing when you have enough. So if I were to do that, all these would have to touch. So that kind of helps, but I don't think I want it that small. Okay, so we're going to cut a little bit off the end here. I'm going to let this stay a little bigger just in case. Okay, so like those are okay. So we're going to make this point. This one's a little thick, so we're going to kind of make them a little bit pointier. I need to go a little smaller. I mean, just a tad bit smaller is all we need. So I'm going to go ahead and pause one more time and I'll be... Okay, so we're back. And I did what I guess I was hoping to make a video where I had no mistakes. And of course, you know me by now. And the mistake I made was I forgot to cover these. So when you make that flower and you start reducing it to 12 inches, if you're going to make this exact flower, make sure that you put just a solid color around the petals. Because if not, then you're going to end up getting this together. And it's just all going to mush together. But by putting the solid color around it, it'll actually define that petal. And I should know better. I mean, I've made enough flowers, you'd think I would know better. But apparently I don't. So we went ahead and added that off camera. So sorry about that. And because I didn't have any reducing to do, I just put it in at a number 6 on the pasta machine. So I'm not really worried about the purple hanging over the sides or anything like that. Because my ends, you know, you're going to end up cutting off the ends anyways. So the flower might not look very beautiful as I'm working on it, but once I reduce it and cut it, it should be just fine. And I also made a bigger center because adding that purple added to the size of the petals. I'm hoping that we got the perfect size now, and it actually looks like we do. Boy, that's a big flower. Okay. Everything is touching on this side. That's the big thing, is just to make sure that petal is touching top and bottom. Okay, so the only thing left to do now is to fill these with a little bit of translucent. So I'm going to go ahead and get some translucent out, and I will be right back. Alrighty guys, so we filled in our little areas around the petal with white translucent. And now I am wrapping the outside as well on the thickest setting with white translucent. And I came back just to say I'm going to reduce this and come back. If I knew how to speed up a video, I'm still not really good with this. Then I can just leave it and, you know, just speed it through half of this stuff instead of constantly pausing it. But I have not had any time to learn. And I know my videos need a lot of work, so thank you for actually watching my videos. Pretty much I'll know on Monday whether this is probably going to be my source of income. I had, complete images on my back, my neck, my shoulders, my wrist, my ankles. And that will tell me basically if I'm ever going to get back to work. So hopefully I'll know that tomorrow or in a couple of days. But this might be it. So anyways, I like working at 1.5 inches. This is 1 inch, so we'll see how well I can reduce this. So let me just show you a trick. If you do them about 1 inch, this is what I do. And that way you have one surface is touching, and so it doesn't kind of sink in. And then I just turn it around a little bit. But as I'm turning it, I'm pushing. And I'm pushing it up. Okay, so that's just the ends that's going to happen to. So alrighty, so now we'll start from the center, and I'm going to go reduce this, and I will be right back for the last time. Alrighty, so we are done. I've got a little bit of waste here on the end. Okay, so you're ready to see what this is going to look like. We're going to save that big piece because I do kind of like having some bigger canes. And I usually go 2 inches for the rest of them. Kind of excited to actually see it. And that we're just going to leave alone. Alrighty. So there is our flower. Okay, so if you can see, the reason we put that purple around it is you can see it, but it's very, very faint. Just enough to where it actually gave the flower petals definition. You can definitely tell that they're separate. By not putting that solid piece, you wouldn't know that. So there is our cane for tonight. Thank you for sticking around through my oopsies, and we will talk to you next week. Bye.